Is that better, guys? Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Let me know if you guys can hear me on YouTube. Thank you. Okay. So let me just making yourself a priority. So day one, we're looking at the soul lineage and ancestral lineage. And it's really important that you are taking care of yourself. So we did an ancestral healing. We did a past life regression. We've done a Monday abundance clearing. We did a portal healing for 3-3. We also did, what did we do yesterday? I don't even remember, but we did something really, it was open-ended to what you were wanting and what you were needing, and it was connected to self-worth as well. So if you're wanting to watch any of the replays, highly recommend rewatching them or catching up on them before we take them down. We will take them down this month. So just make sure you watch them. Today, what we're doing, yesterday we did a round table with some of our newer students. And then we are going to do an Ascension panel today with some of our advanced students, because I want to create a picture of where you can go with the records and why it's a really cool life tool. I can go, here you go. This is how you open the records, and then be done with sharing that information with you. But my purpose is to really, really show you that they are a life tool and that they can take you many different places, and they grow with you. They ascend with you. They evolve with you. And so I'm going to introduce you to a bunch of our Sacred Awakening Advanced students, and they're all going to share a little bit about themselves and their stories. Michelle and Angel, do you guys have to hop off anytime soon? Okay, awesome. Okay. So, I'm going to start with Don L first. 1 second. I want to make sure I share my screen. Yes, share screen. Okay, there we go. Okay. Don, tell everybody who you are and when you started your Akashic Record journey.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dawn Lapis. There's another Dawn. We got two Dawns here today. Yay. I've been in Amy's bubble for about 5-6 years now. I started in the Akashic Records back in 2020, 2021 in there. And I'm so grateful that you just said, like, the journey that we've been on, because I'm thinking about it, and like my very first intention I got into the records was over grief. My ex-husband died, and I had all this emotion I didn't know what to do with, and nobody in the world wanted to hear it because it was my ex-husband, and I had said things. So they were on my side. Just, my family and friends were on my side. But then I had this love that popped back up, and this grief, and I didn't know what to do with it. So that was my first part into the records, was coming in, just looking to kind of love on myself and get some nourishment. And then, as Amy said, she could just put us there and just show us the doorway. But no, she keeps pushing in a helpful way, not in a bad way. But like, do you want to go deeper? Well, what about this? And so over the past 5-6 years now, the records have just blown up for me in such a beautiful way. Everything, not everything, but a lot of my life looks the same, but I'm so much different inside. And that's like really huge, because from the outside, I was always happy enough and a people pleaser, happy enough. Through Amy's courses and through going deep in looking at what wasn't aligning for me, I really lost a lot of my people pleasing traits, which is, it's hard for others, but it's been so fun.
Boundaries. You learned boundaries.
And yeah, and it's been so fun. And so really for me, the records have helped me to move my life from surviving to thriving. And like to actually feel the things I only hope to feel. Like it could look real good before, but maybe I wasn't feeling that way. And now I feel it. The joy, the sadness too at times, but the joy especially.
I love that. And what's one of the biggest things that the records has helped you with?
Confidence and clarity. I doubt myself so much, and so many people that have any inkling of their gifts or their intuitiveness, even if it's just those little nudges. Our biggest like problem is that we don't believe in ourselves and we don't trust it. So the records gave me a way, and Amy gave me ways of double checking, ways of validating myself. I could ask the questions. Also, along that lines, Amy taught me how to really ask deeper questions and also to ask for additional perspectives from my team. The perspectives are huge because I could just look at it as Dawn, that just this version of me, and well, no, I'm not doing anything wrong or doing anything that's getting in my way. But if I take a different perspective, like, what am I doing that's actually keeping me from that? I can go deeper and get those kind of answers. So.
I love that. And do you want to talk a little bit, if you're comfortable, about the records helping you with health stuff?
I have so much health stuff. I wasn't going to go there today, but yeah.
If you're not guided to, don't worry about it.
Always. So I've had cancer, and I am a 10-year survivor of that. And then through cancer and through menopause and all this stuff of life, I've lost a lot of teeth. So I've used the records to help me physically. And anyone that's ever had dental problems specifically, like how just I don't know, it's just so, just make you feel so like bad about yourself. Because it's your outward appearance to the world.
Teeth
no one wants to be walked with a hole. But so for me, I was able to get clarity on how to move forward and how to get stronger. And then like with the physical, that's great. With the cancer, the records can help me with my one thing, always drink more water, because I don't drink enough. So they're always reminding me about that. But also the mental things I could do to help my overall health. Like, it's not a problem to go sit outside in the sun for a half an hour and read a book. That's good for you. It doesn't mean you're slacking. But my old brain used to say you're slacking. So really working through those big patterns to give myself grace to move forward in a different way so that I could live differently.
I love that. Is there anything else you want to share?
I just always tell everybody, if the records are calling you, like, answer the call. Because when I started, I wanted the records, and then I hemmed and hawed, and then I actually called back a couple weeks after the class started and said, "Hi, can I please get in?" So I just warn everybody about that. They're calling you for a reason. Be kind to yourself. If you want it, go for it.
So I'm going to repeat what Dawn just said. She waited until the cart closed, the program started, and then she had non-buyer's remorse because she didn't jump in right away. And so she jumped in after we started. And so definitely, if you're being called to do it, do it. Are you doing readings, Dawn, and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
I've used the records to help grow my business and do the things I like to do now, not just what I have to do. So yes.
Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to do a session with you. Now, Dawn's done all the different levels with us, so she can do past life regressions and readings and healings and all sorts of stuff.
It's so fun. And Amy just keeps showing us more fun. So, but yeah, any kind of sessions that you like, healings or readings and that, I do those. You can find me on Facebook just under Dawn Latwis, or my business page is Angels in the House.
Love it. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Amy.
Thanks. And I'm gonna go with Michelle next.
I had a feeling you were going to call.
They already told me like a couple minutes ago. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Good. I like your background. It's cute.
Thank you. I am so like, this is the crystal that I got from you. I love Amy's crystals, by the way, and I use crystals a lot. And so yeah, I'm like holding on to it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Tell everybody who you are and how you found the records.
So I'm Michelle. I'm a purpose activator. Purpose for me is very important. Like that's my life mission. I spent all my life searching for purpose and finding work that is meaningful. And so I actually found Amy, it kind of similar to kind of Dawn Lattis. I was really interested in past life regression because I had a lot of healing I had to do. As I try to find and figure out, my purpose, I was going through life kind of like in the dark, right? Couldn't find the clarity. And so then I stumbled upon an ad actually when I saw Amy, and I had no idea when I started, no idea what the Akashic Record was. I had no idea what Reiki was. I had no idea about anything about spirituality or energy work, but I just knew. And it was the first time I decided to trust my intuition. Because prior to that, I was told to shut down my intuition. And so when I saw Amy, I was like, there was something that was drawing me to it. And I didn't know what it was, but I trusted my intuition. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do this. And like Dawn, I actually signed up late. I reached out to Amy and the class started. And I was like, I really want to do this. And just like that, I did it. And I would say I am so glad that I took the class because it really like expanded, exploded, accelerated, and really shifted my life quite profoundly.
You are a completely different person than the person I met when I originally met you. Like
lots of people say that.
Very,
lots of people ask me that.
Different. Very in your body, in your knowing, and you're not outwardly questioning that, which I think is lovely. I forget when you joined, but I know it's been at least 4 years, if not longer.
More than that.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I joined in 2020, and then I actually left. And I tell this story all the time because I was so scared. At that time, I really didn't trust myself and I didn't believe I could do it, right? I was drawn to Amy's class, not because I really wanted to open the Akashic Records at that time, right? I was drawn because of the healing. There was just something about it that kept calling me home. And I really wanted the healing. I really like Amy's approach and her philosophy towards like spirituality and the Akashic Records. And then it was only until I learned to kind of let go, then everything fell into place. But if I didn't take the class and I didn't go through this process of learning to trust myself, of learning to let go, I would not be where I am today. And it was just a series of listening to my intuition and trusting it.
I love that. And I feel like you have really changed your relationship with yourself and you've changed your relationship with others. You want to talk about that piece?
Yes, 100%. I changed the relationship myself profoundly, really shifted. I believe in timelines because of the Akashic Records, because it shifted my life did like a 180 of 360, right? It was completely different night and day. And that was all because of the healing that I did. I use the records for everything. I go in the records, I try to understand why certain things are happening to me, why there are certain patterns in my life, ancestral stuff. And then I learned how to shift it, right? It shifted my perspective on things, gave me clarity on others. And so I not just trusted myself more, I felt more comfortable in myself. And one of the things that I want to say is I felt more grounded, and I felt like my body itself is safe. Like I felt safe. And I think that was coming from a family, like I was abused. So coming from an abusive family, safety and being safe in the body is not easy for me. And the Akashic record, after many years, like it didn't happen overnight. It was many years being in the Akashic records, taking all of Amy's classes to help me clear too. I'm able to do that for myself. And when I felt more confident in myself, gave myself more compassion, I was able to give that to other people. And I shifted that relationship with my mother. And now I'm working on shifting that relationship with my father. And so that really changed my relationship with other people, just because I was able to see a lot of things that happened to me on a very different perspective and forgave the people who hurt me.
Mm-hmm. And I would put you in on like the analytical.
Oh, 100%. Very analytical.
Very analytical, very, very, very smart. And like I'm PhD, like
Yeah,
you teach college courses, like you're very smart.
I teach business classes in a university. Yeah.
Yes. And so like I just want to share that component, because I think that like I can play in both worlds just like you. And I think that sometimes people are just trying to figure out their spirituality. Does this work for me? Because I don't, like, sometimes people don't look the part of what sometimes people stereotype as spiritual. And so you have like really dove deep in it. Now, where has this taken you? Like, how are you using the records now? And like, you're doing things with clients and things like that.
Yes. So I do things with clients because I love that part, the healing part. I use the Akashic Records for everything, even in my work that is even considered analytical. What I do, I open the records. I actually ask, so it's kind of crazy, right? But I would open the records. So if I have problems with like relationship problems, like interpersonal relationship problems with people in my, the places that I work with, I open the records and I ask for perspective and ask to shift it. And when I'm struggling, because a lot of the work that I do is very demanding and very stressful, right? And so I open the records and I ask for guidance all the time. And to think about the business too, with my spiritual business, I'm always looking for ways to empower my clients. And so I open the records all the time and I ask. And so a lot of my offers and a lot of the healings that I do is totally guided by the Akash. And so the offers that I create, new offers that I create, is usually what I am given in the record. So I use it like all the time. Big decisions, small decisions, I open the records. So it's one of the things that I consider, like I've done other modalities too. But I would say the Akashic record is my main modality because of how powerful it is beyond the reading, beyond the healing.
I love that. Anything else you want to share?
No, other than, the only thing I'm being guided to share is trust your intuition and trust the guidance. If you feel like this class is calling you, but if there's some hesitancy, right? Maybe you feel like this is not the right time. Maybe you feel like, there are other resistance. There is a reason why you're feeling called to do this right now. And now is important because the energy of the now, right, in this specific container that Amy is setting up, in the people that you're going to meet in this cohort at this time, is special, right? And just to trust that, because it will literally really change your life when you take that leap.
I love that. And tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to do a session with you.
I have a link tree. So I will drop
it in the chat.
I'll drop my link tree in the chat, and then I'll drop it in other places like that later on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah,
right. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And guys, I forgot to say, we're going to do the panel, and then I'll share a little bit more about Sacred Awakening. We'll do a small healing, and then I'll do a couple of readings as well. So I'm excited. Is any of their stories resonating with you? Let me know. Danny, I'm going to do you next. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Tell everybody who you are and how you found the records and where you at.
So first off, I love remembering everybody's stories as you guys are sharing. Dawn, I remember your story, so it was cool to revisit that because it has been 6 years. I believe it was like 2020, 2021 when I joined, when I first met Amy, and very similar to Michelle and probably Dawn and probably the other Dawn and probably Angel. There was this random Amy just appeared out of nowhere kind of feeling. And what's interesting is a year prior to me seeing Amy, I had been told, and I was very new in my spiritual journey. I was still kind of like bordering religion, like organized religion and spirituality. And somebody had told me, you're an Akashic Records keeper. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that means. They're like, go investigate. You really need to learn it. So I started reading a lot of books and learning how to open the records, but nothing really felt like I was actually accessing the records. At the time, I was working as a hypnotherapist. And so I was doing a lot of past life regressions, but there was just something like more. And at times, I was telling somebody this on a call the other day, that it would feel like the matrix would glitch. And I would be like, oh, something's happening. I didn't know what that was. And it was, later on realizing there was moments where I would drop into the records and I would feel it, but I could never sustain it. I could never stay in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't even know that that's what it was at the time because it was very new to me. And so when I saw your first offering, it was probably very similar to what you're doing now. I don't even remember what it was, but I saw you teach and I was like, oh, just like Michelle was like, I like the way she positions herself on these topics. I like the way the things that she has to say. I felt really called to the way that you were teaching Amy, that I'm like, oh, this is my person, because I had looked for other teachers and I had looked at other programs, and I always didn't feel the connection quite. Like it felt like something was missing. And so when I saw you, it like, oh, this is my person. I was very clear, like, this is my person and I want to learn from her. And so I'm like Dawn and Michelle, as soon as she made her offer, I was like, I'm in. I was like, painful, I'm in. I'm going all in, because I knew that I had looked other places and Amy was my person. So there was like no doubt in my head that this is what I wanted to do and this is where I wanted to go. Now, because I had already done a lot of healing at that point on my own, and because I was already working with clients at that time, I was like, I'm doing this for my clients. I'm going to learn another modality so that I can help them. Like that was my whole mindset. It was like, I'm learning for them. It's cool. Like, I'm just going to learn it. I had no idea. And this is what I loved about your course, Amy, and all your courses after that I've taken, is you always set us up for our own personal journey, our own healing journey, our own self-awareness journey. And that was what the records became for me, is going through and doing my own healing work. So you talk about, like, my biggest takeaway from the records has been confidence. I outwardly had appeared to many to have confidence. I was very lucky that my parents really affirmed to me as a child, like, you are a leader, you are strong, you are capable. And that was really good, but I didn't always feel that inside. And so going through the course, I will never forget, there was one time where you were like, Danny, just open your mouth and start talking. Because I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how I'm getting information. And you're like, just open your mouth and talk, sweetie. And I was like, but I don't know what to say, Amy. You're like, just open your mouth. And so I did. And it was the moment that my clairs just popped wide open. And I realized that my top clair was claircognizance. And that has just changed everything for me, because that confidence came in of like, you know what to say and you will always know what to say. And that, like, when it comes to my business now, in speaking and showing up, I have a podcast, I have a YouTube channel. Like, I have grown that and I have been able to show up on that because I learned how to trust myself, that I know that if something were to shake up crazy in my world, I have full faith and confidence in myself that I'll be able to walk through it. Not to say that it won't be challenging, because it can be, and I know it will be,
Part of life.
but I know that I can come out on the other side, and knowing that I have the records to support me. Like, the records I don't consider them a modality. I consider them my life.
Yeah, they're a life tool.
It's just, it is. It's 100% a life tool. Like, I think everybody, like, there was this misconception I think some people had, and I even had for a while, that only certain people could do this. And I've come to learn from you that anybody can do this. We can all learn how to do this. And the way that you teach specifically, to be able to use it as a life tool is a game changer.
Thank you. And I want to share something about something you said. Like, my whole goal with the records is, like, nobody knows what path they're taking, even if they know what path they're taking. And like, for me, when I started on this path of awakening and spirituality and like just being curious, never once did I go, I'm going to be an Akashic Record master teacher. I'm going to do these things. I didn't. I just followed the energy that presented itself to you. And I'm a big believer, if you learn how to do it for yourself, which doing it for yourself is harder than doing it for other people. If you decide to do it for other people, it's just that 10 times easier. And so, and one plays into the other. And that's why, like, in level 1, we never separate the taking out reading for others, because it helps your clairs pop. And you wouldn't have had that experience if you didn't have the experience of just starting to channel, which is really, really cool. What is something that you're using the records now? Like, I know you do astrology and things like that. Like, how does that couple well with the records?
Yeah, so at the time when I joined, there were a few modalities that I had in my tool belt. And at the time, they were all very separate. Like, I would do astrology readings, I would do hypnosis readings, I would do like breakthrough sessions with like NLP and stuff like that. So they were all very separate. Like, it wasn't like one session where you did them all. It was like very, very separate. And when I learned how to open the records, I learned to use all of my gifts, all of my modalities together in different ways. And so sometimes I was called to do this, sometimes I was called to do this, depending on the session. So in my mind, it was no longer compartmentalized. It all became one big flow. And from there, I've even created my own like healing frameworks and my own way in which I do my healing sessions that have come through me doing the sessions and the records, and having the master teachers and loved ones guide me through what a person might need. With astrology, it was very interesting because I had learned astrology, I had studied it I was probably about maybe a year into studying at the time, but having the records and doing readings is completely different because the guardians, there's so much you can talk about in astrology. And still to this day, like, I do forecasts on YouTube every month, and I don't talk about all the things. And sometimes I don't even talk about quote unquote major transits that are happening, because that is not what is actually needed for the collective. And so the guardians have really helped me solidify what is my community, what are my people, what do they need to know? And if I'm doing a reading for somebody, what specifically do they need to know about their chart or a transit? Like, sometimes I'm called to a specific date on a transit chart to look at like where this person is, and I'll be guided and I'll look at the chart and I'm like, oh, and I'll be able to give the person that information. If I would have had, I wouldn't have had the records, I wouldn't have known to go there, right? I wouldn't have known for this specific date or to look at this specific aspect. And I haven't dived more into learning astrology because I completely trust that the guardians are always going to take me where I need to go. Like, I don't feel like I need to learn anymore because the guardians will show me. Like, I learned breath work and I've learned a couple of other things, but only because I've checked in and said, is this something for me? Is this my next step? And if not, like, I don't worry about it because I know the guardians will appoint me to that person if it's needed. And if it's not, they'll still guide me to where I am, where I'm at, or what's going on for me at that time in the place. So it's just this level of confidence like no other, that I don't worry about the external stuff anymore. I don't try to learn everything. I was very caught up in learning all the things all the time. And I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like I know what I know. And if I need to dive into something, then I'm guided to look at something. And because everybody said it so far, and Amy even said it, it's like following, right?
Mhm.
Following that breadcrumb, following that, like, sometimes there's like something that the guardians will say, and I'm like, what is this? Like, what are you talking about? Like, why am I gonna go look at this particular book? Like, I question it, and then I go and get the book, and I'm like, oh, that's why, right? It's like I know you've told many stories on that too, and it's like it's like trusting that they're always guiding you to that thing or to that practice. And as much as I think all the ladies can contest to this, as you keep trying, you keep trying to, go in and ask the same question, and then they keep telling you the same answer, and you get so frustrated because they're like, go do the dang thing. And then you do it and you're like, yeah.
I finally understand.
All the time.
I'm just being guided to say this out loud because some people on here are beginners and some people are advanced. No matter where you're at, if you have tools in your toolbox or no tools in your toolbox, they're going to meet you where you're at. And everybody has tools in their toolbox. Like if you're a PhD or you have a degree or you've been a construction worker forever, you've been a homemaker and you're an amazing cook. Like there's tools that you have in your toolbox. And so they'll meet you where you're at and refine and upgrade and up level everything. And it's just like, I feel like it's like a super secret power, like we get to use. So
totally.
Anything else you want to share?
I'm just going to say like as Amy has said, it is a life tool. And so, whether you're dealing with health issues or whether you're looking to grow your business or whether you're just starting on your path and you're trying to understand this whole world now because you've awakened to something different, like the records can guide you every step of the way. Like I would not have the business I have right now. I would not have the relationships I have right now. I'm currently on my own health journey, and I'm looking 100% to the records to say, what's the best food for me? What's the best time to eat? Because everybody has information out there, but it's like, what's best for me? And the guardians are able to help me, choose that every single day. And so I'm just so grateful and so blessed, first off, Amy, to you for, creating the space and giving us that information, giving us that attunement to be able to open the records and then continue on. And, I'm so grateful for my past self to be able to take the next course and join the next thing and use the records every single day. So this isn't just like 14 weeks of learning something. This is for life. And I'm super grateful for that. So thank you,
my dear. Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to do a session with you.
Yeah, I'll drop a link in the chat as well. I have a couple things going on with a YouTube channel and a podcast. So there's lots of ways to connect with me. And if you'd like a session as well, I'll put the link in there.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then awesomeness. Very grateful for all your testimonials with love and care, compassion, tenderness, success to all of you. Thank you, Danny, for your discovery call. That's from Alexander. Completely agree. It's an amazing modality, powerful life tool. Love this. That's Michelle. Who is in the records? I truly want to do this. So who's in the records are the masters, teachers, and loved ones. I'll also refer to them as the guardians. You can use whatever term you like. You can even call them your guides. Who they are specific beings that have to meet a criteria to be a guardian in the records. Not every guide is a guardian in the records, okay? And they are there to support you. They are there to help you. They are there to assist you in seeing your wholeness, assist you in remembering. It is not a fortune-telling tool. I want to say that right now because you just heard Danny say it. They can tell you over and over, and they'll tell you slightly different. And then they'll lovingly say, hey, we've already talked about this. The next question would be to actually ask, why am I not doing this? And so, we were just talking about teeth earlier. The guardians for my daughter's 5, for 5 years told me I need to go get braces again. I need to go get Invisaligns again. And I was like, I'm not mentally there. And 3 years ago, I like went and did it, and I'm like, I'm not mentally there. And then, like 7 weeks ago, I went and got them. Life changing, completely life changing. I do not have tension headaches. Life changing. However, that's the thing. Like, we have free will, and they put me on to looking at that. And then they worked with me on all of the steps to get there. And there's many steps on why you might not do something, but you do not have to do something if you don't want to do it. If you take action on it, it may or may not come true. And I had a previous career in finance. Like, I had a very successful career. I knew I wanted to do something to help people, and I wanted to do yoga teacher training to get over my fear of public speaking. And I knew that it would get me to where I needed to go next, because it was the breadcrumb. So I did yoga teacher training in the mornings before I went to work, privately. And I wanted to go get a teaching job, to get knowledge and stuff like that after I was done getting my certification. And they told me exactly where to go, who to talk to. And when they told me that, they said, you can go to this studio. I didn't want to go there because it was too far from my house. You can go to the studio right down the road from the house. When you go there, go talk to the owner and tell them that you want to observe the kids' class. Make sure you ask to observe the kids' class. I went immediately to the studio, talked to the owner, asked if I could observe the kids' class. He said, absolutely, no problem. You can come and observe the kids' class. Teaching kid yoga wasn't even on my radar. And so I observed the kids' class. 2 weeks later, he called me back and was like, hey, do you want to co-teach? And I was like, absolutely. It got my foot in the door to teach the adult classes. And it was super fun teaching yoga. Like, that knowledge has always stuck with me, just the simplicity of keeping things fun. And then the other place was a wellness center, and they also hired me, and I went and I talked to them. And so they will give you information. It is up to you to take it or not. And it's very cool when you do take it. What happens is very interesting when you don't take it and you keep asking for the same thing, and they'll always gently remind you. They're never going to say, hey, you stupid idiot. Like, they're going to be like, hey, we've talked about this. It's important that you take the action on it. Or, hey, we're answering the question the same way. And then they'll gently remind you like what to do. And so let's talk to Angel next. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
You look like you're glowing.
Oh, thank you. Lighting is hard.
Tell everybody how you found who you are, how you found the records, and how they're helping you now.
Oh, so much. No, but so hi, I'm Angel Julik. I own Angel Light Energy, and through the Akashic Records and everything is how Angel Light Energy even came to being. Before Amy and Sacred Awakening and everything, I didn't know anything. I was a complete noob. And coming from a space of complete self-destruction. And I get emotional every time I talk about it, because it's one of those things. It's like when you feel so low about yourself, it's almost like there is a never-ending tunnel. And one of the things that really came through when I started doing Sacred Awakening 5 years ago, by the way, was that there's so much more. There's so much more to life. There's so much more to me. And there's so much more to what happened, to what created this opportunity, what opened up this path. And choosing Sacred Awakening, because there was a choice, like like it is for you. It's a leap of faith for a lot of us, especially those who are like me and had no idea about anything before this. And so when I first started, it was one of those things, like I didn't know anything about guides. I just had this nudge, this feeling, because she popped out of nowhere. All of a sudden she's in my page on my Facebook, showing up, and it's a masterclass like this. And I'm like, I don't know what this is, what's going on, who this lady is, but she is vibrant. You can tell. You can tell she loves herself. You can tell she has direction, that she has self-trust, that she has everything I wanted. Not only for myself, but for everyone around me, because when I was in that space, on the outside, you might have thought that I was happy and, was people pleasing and all that crap. But on the inside, I was rotting. And I didn't know if I was going to be here, like how much longer I was going to be here and all of that. And it was just a lot. But through Sacred Awakening, I wish I had like old videos of myself or something to show people, because the transformation is almost unbelievable. Like, like if you could see who I was and where I am now, and the things that I'm doing in the Akashic Records, and the creativity that I get to express, and the life I get to live, it's literally a whole new world.
And you physically look different.
Oh yeah. I've changed so much.
Yeah.
Like emotional eating is where I started my healing journey, because that was my coping mechanism of choice. And I was destroying myself with food. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And through the Akashic Records, I don't have that problem anymore. And that's huge to say, because it was a literal addiction, And so healing addiction, the thing that kills people in the records, it's just so unbelievably expansive, and you can literally save yourself in the Akashic Records.
Yeah. And I think that sometimes people, when we say the word addiction, they think like drugs and alcohol, but food, sugar, phones, all of it's addiction. And it's insane how addicted we are as a society. And gambling, like there's all forms of addiction and what that looks like. And so Angel has like, you look so good, girl. Like you look
Thank
so
you.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
I didn't like doctors or nothing, and thanks to Amy, I found out that my body is hypermobile, and I really needed to go see a freaking chiropractor, because I literally couldn't walk. Like it was that bad. And we were at a retreat together, and she's like, "Girl, get to a chiropractor. You have to." And I'm like, "Fine, I'll do it." And then my physical life completely changed, because I started working with them, and I was guided. I went in the Akash. I'm like, "Tell me who to go to, because I need the right person." And not only are they a chiropractor, but they work on gut health. And so with them, I've been working on leaky gut and different things like that, which is chronic entire body inflammation, in case you don't know that. And it's horribly painful. But through the guidance of Amy, the Akashic Records, Sacred Awakening, and all of it, of course, my camera's starting to lose my focus again.
It's all good.
But through all of that, I have released so much weight. I have been consistently going to the gym because I feel like I can. And since like September or something like that. And it's been years. Like I had to do a lot of internal healing in order for my physical body to feel safe to release the weight because it was all protection. And so it's just an ebb and flow, like everyone else is saying here. Like when you have this life tool just there, and I'm in the records all freaking day. I'm like, hey guys, what's up? Like it's a party, and it's also, you know, there's a lot of different ebbs and flows with that and everything, but I just feel so good. And I never did before.
You deserve it. You absolutely
Thank you.
deserve it.
And I actually agree with you.
Good. Is there anything else you want to share?
I mean, I could talk about this literally all day, and some of you know that because you've talked with me. But
Angel the talker.
yes, I am. I'm a vocal processor, y'all. But and like Danny, I need to talk. That's how my channel is activated in a lot of ways. So, what to say? So, if you have any doubt whatsoever, know that you're not alone. You know how much I doubted this? Like, I've tried a million things. How's this going to be the thing that works? The thing that I can't even touch, you know? Like, and when, again, coming from a place of no idea what I was doing about anything at all and just complete, like, blinders on everything. So if you need to borrow trust, that is what I did. I knew Amy knew I could do it. And so I borrowed her knowing and utilized it for myself. And everything is just completely different and enhanced in beautiful ways that I never saw coming. So choose yourself, because that's when life changes.
Yes, absolutely. Tell everybody. Okay, so Angel's doing all sorts of different healings. Tell everybody about that.
Yeah. So
I've
I've taken literally every single course that Amy has because they're all phenomenal. And she's my person too. Like somebody else said it too. And you know, so I feel like she's probably all of our person. But yeah, so I do readings, I do healings, I do all types of different sessions. I have literally created sessions in the Akashic Records. One of them is called Akashic Charm Readings. And actually they've developed into a session actually because they blossomed into so much more than I even expected them to be. They're actually on special, just so you know. But they're just, it's just so freaking cool what you can do in the records. Like I can just, like I said, talk about it all day. But like past life regression in a session that is also bringing forward direction for the rest of your life. So anyway, but yeah, Akashic charm readings. I blend the oracle with the Akash as well. Light language. I'm doing light language art frequency activations. Radiant realignment. It's a monthly full moon healing that I offer. And there's a bunch of stuff. So I will also drop all my stuff, but I'm on also like the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and I'll drop my email as well. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I have one other thing. I forgot. I literally just activated this. It's been years coming in. So I'm meant to do more with crystals. And I know that. And you know that too. Like everyone's been calling me Crystal for the last 2 years. But
Literally.
So, right. So I did my first live the other day. And after that, I had this crazy dream where you were in it, Amy, and you were helping me to understand different things about crystals. It was really cool.
I love it.
Amy comes to us in dreams, by the way. It's just really cool how you help. Like the way that I have come to understand it is you are an example of a healed guide, and you show up in my subconscious to help me understand different things and heal in my dreams. So cool. But anyway, I'm doing a lot with crystals and connecting you to your soul crystals. So
Love
all right, now I'm
it.
done.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So we'll do Miss Dawn Hamilton.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, how you're working with the records, where you found them.
My name is Dawn Hamilton, and I am an Akashic Record healer practitioner. I'm also a Reiki master teacher. I do all sorts of stuff. I'm certified. I have a long list of certifications because my mental body wanted me to have them. The way that I look at the world now, because of my connection with the Akashic Records, I'm like a spiritual. I just consider myself a spiritual entrepreneur at this point. And so, how I found the records. Through life change. I had some really hard stuff happening in my world. My brother unexpectedly passed away, and I was like, he didn't get a chance to retire. He didn't get a chance to follow his dreams. And I, at that time, was working a job, 60 to 80 hours a week. And I was overgiving to my career. And I was like, okay, this is not really what I want to do. And so I recognized that I can't stay in this space because I've already created the problem. And so I left. And when I left, one of my friends asked me, "Hey, have you heard about the Akashic Records?" And I said, I've always wanted to learn about that. And like a miracle, the next day, Amy's masterclass ad popped up. And I was like, ooh, this is really important. And I jumped in and I was like, yummy, yummy, yummy. Give me more of that. It was like my soul was like, hey, absolutely. And so I jumped in. And through that, it has helped me. I always thought that I was a receiver of energy. I spent a lot of time working with other people to heal me, and other people bringing in and waiting for them to tell me where to go next and what to do next. And what happened was my connection with the Akashic Record allowed me to start to do it myself, and it empowered me in a different way. And I had absolutely zero confidence, which some of the other ladies have talked about. But what happened was it developed slowly as I was going through it. And one of the things that I talk about a lot is, if it wasn't for the practice sessions in my level 1 certification, I don't think I would be where I'm at today. That is what completely changed everything for me, because it was people that I didn't know that I was doing the certifications on. I had to trust myself in a different way. I had to allow myself to be in a space that felt different but comfortable. And I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be, right? Yes.
So
Yes. because it's a process, right? It's not a light switch. It's a gentle unfolding. And the records just they bring you where you need to go. I love my team likes to show me, here's what's possible. And then they're like, okay, like a little birdie being pushed out of the nest. Go figure out how to get back to it. Right? And so that's the beauty of it. That's the experience that I've had.
So you had a full-time job.
Yes.
Most of the classes you weren't able to attend live, were you? I didn't think that you did.
No, no, level 1 was all recorded.
So in Sacred Awakening, if you can't join the lives, you can catch the replays. Dawn caught all the replays. Dawn didn't do any of it, but then she still participated in the certification process. She still participated in partnering, and you've made friends. Everybody made friends. And now you just left your career.
I did.
Full time in this.
Yes. I left the career behind. It's time to let that portion of myself go. And there's been this dismantling of what that looks like. But and it's been a gradual process. The records taught me, they brought me to kind of where I was in both worlds simultaneously. And then it got to the point where it's like, okay, it's time to really put all of my energy into my spiritual work because there's just so much more. Nothing feeds my soul like doing spiritual work. Nothing feeds my soul like being in the records. It's just, I can't explain it. It's not, I don't know, it's kind of like being in that comfortable coat that you just fit into, and it's just, you're like, I'm safe here. I'm safe here. And knowing that that's where I'm meant to be and trusting that this is what I'm supposed to do without fully having a plan, it's okay. I'm because I was told in the records, when I was asking, should I do this? Should I not do this? And they told me, trust the path will meet you when you step forward. Allowing myself to know that the path is going to meet me no matter what I choose to do. It's going to be there, and they're going to guide me through whatever it is that I need. So
I love it. And what I love is Dawn and Dawn both entered the records to process grief and also to move forward with what you're running to do. And then everybody has their different ways that they go about things. For you, Dawn, like, what are you excited about, like, with the records moving forward?
The infinite possibilities, seriously. It's because the only limitation I have is my human self limiting it. And so I can say that now, and I fully understand what those words mean because I've been through the growth experiences that the records brought to me. And so I am limitless in regards to where I can go and what I can do. And I want it all. I want it all. I really do. I want it all. I want to be able to experience it all. I mean, one of the things that one of the dreams that I had as a small child, and I used to tell my mom this all the time, was when I grow up, I'm going to be an author. And it was a dream that I had for many, many, many years. But as I got into the corporate world, that dream got put on the back shelf. And I was like, I would look at it and be like, oh yeah, there's something I'll do someday. Well, now today I can sit here and share that I am a published author in 2 collaborative books, and those experiences and the information that's coming through. I mean, I'm literally channeling. The last one that I did was literally channeled information, and it is so powerful, and it is so life changing. And I was like, this is what I'm meant to do. This is who I'm meant to be. I want more of that. I want more of that.
I love it. Anything else you want to share?
I firmly believe that the Akashic Records have changed the trajectory of my life. I would not be who I am without saying yes to the records, saying yes to myself, saying yes to these beautiful people on the panel with me, the friendships, the co-creation that we've been able to do together has been integral in bringing me to where I'm at. And I'm just super excited to be a part of this. And I highly encourage anyone who knows that there's something more in there, that something more that's available, and you're here for a reason. And the Akashic Records are knocking on the door and they're calling you, and it's all about allowing yourself to say yes, because you can't even comprehend what the records want to bring to you. You can't comprehend it, because when you say yes, you're saying it from a place of who you are, but you go through this beautiful transformation when you allow the records in, and then you're able to see how much more is available, and you're like, well, I never had that dream, and they're like, we did, and we want to show you how to get And that is the magic of the records.
Because sometimes they end up telling you things you're like, wait, what? I can do that?
I'm going to be speaking on stages? No way. And then bam, bam, the booking's coming in, and I'm just like, well, okay, it's happening.
Yeah. Tell everybody what the book name is and when does it come out if it hasn't already.
Oh, yeah, it came out in January. I happen to have a copy of it right here, but it's called Letters of Legacy. You can find it on Amazon. I anchor the book, so you can see a copy of it. But it's my chapter is on a very deep, dark relationship with death, and how it basically shows how the records transformed my relationship with death. And it's just very powerful, very powerful.
Love it. Love it. Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you if they want to do a session.
InfiniteIlluminations.org. I'll drop my information in here. And thank you so much, Amy. I say this all the time, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for being you and offering this amazing course, because it is literally life changing.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you so much. If any of you are also interested in Sacred Awakening, I'm going to explain what that is. But if you also want, I don't want to, like, I can tell you everything that you can happen in the records. Like, I'm a big believer in the records don't find people unless they are meant to explore them. And if you're listening to this and you're like, Amy, you're not my person, go find your person, because it's really important to get trained properly. And yes, you can read a book, but you still don't know if you're accessing the false records. You still don't know what the access point is. And so it's really important to have proper training, because you can blow out your energy. You can blow out the side of your body trying to get into the records. And it's not worth the energy blowout and the discord that happens within the physical body because of the blowout that happens. And so find the right person. And if Sacred Awakening is the right program for you, join us, because it's early bird pricing right now. It's 50% off. We start March 18th. Let me actually share what the program is. I'm really excited for this round. This round feels different. Every round feels different. Every group has a different energy and a different frequency. We're also entering it in a really massive change time. Like, things are changing really rapidly. Look at everything that's happened over the last week in the world. Like, things are rapidly changing, and we're entering into this new world, and all these things that we are so familiar with are changing. The way that we work with money is changing. The way that we work with AI is changing. The way that we'll be connecting with each other is changing. And so the one thing that I do know that is true, it's important to have a relationship with yourself, because as the world is changing around you, it's important for you to be the steadiness in the storm. And it's important to understand where your home is as well. And what the Akashic Records do is it allows you to access home. It allows you to remember who you are. It allows you to have the guardians, the masters, the teachers, the loved ones on speed dial, on and I'm dating myself, on demand, like on demand. Like they're on demand for you. Like, they're wanting to support you, and they are going to support you, and they're not going to judge you. They will kindly remind you if you're not doing the things that you're meant to be doing, and then they'll work on you on why you're not doing them. And that's the part where working in the records and working with the body is inside of Sacred Awakening is different than most Akashic Record courses out there, is because we work with your multidimensional self. We understand when you're sabotaging. I teach you how to ask powerful questions. I teach you how to heal those aspects of yourself that are out of balance, so that you can get the results that you want as well. Okay, let me share this really fast, and then we'll still do a little mini healing. Right here. Okay. So here, Sacred Awakening is two different entry points in level 1. You can do the gold level, which is the non-certification level, and the platinum level, which is the certification level. This is really important if you're wanting to grow your intuition. You're going to grow your intuition, but where confidence ends up like really blowing it out of the water and really trusting yourself on the next level is when you go through the certification process, because there's a process I have you go through to do practice readings. Even if you don't plan to be a practitioner, the certification process ends up deepening your connection with your own record. So you'll learn how to open the records for yourself. You'll learn what the records are, how to open them, the gateway. You're going to learn how to connect with your mental body, your ego, so they don't sabotage you. You're going to learn how to befriend them and heal them as well. Because if your ego is not on board or your mind's not on board, there is all sorts of sabotage that will happen. And so I teach you how to work with them in and out of the records. You'll get a sacred attunement for your Akashic records. You'll get access into the Sacred Awakening entry point into the records. I teach you how to open the records using crystal and energy. I also gift you a crystal kit. So you have something tangible to hold on to while you're working with something abstract. You're going to learn how to ask powerful questions. You're going to learn how to heal your multidimensional self. So that's the inner child, the mental body, ego, spiritual body, physical body, and emotional body as well, because where you're at in space and time dictates how you are navigating the present moment and also the future as well. And so if your inner child is terrified to make decisions, she or he will continue to sabotage you until you heal that aspect of yourself. And so working in the records, you can work with the inner child to work on bringing her or him up to the present moment. And that's also along with the mental, the ego, the spiritual, and the physical. You'll learn how to expand your intuitive gifts. We'll talk about the clairs all throughout the course and how to connect with them and how to refine them as well. Lesson 7, 8, and 9, you're going to learn how to, what's the best practices for giving readings to other people, how to open the records for other people, how to deliver powerful readings with confidence. This is where the intuition also goes very deep, because sometimes people get really nervous about doing this for themselves. But when you start practicing with another person, you get feedback right away on how you're not making this up. And so this is a really powerful thing. And then you'll learn how to anchor the records into your everyday life. Like I said before, this is a life tool. Virtual retreat happens twice a year. As long as I'm hosting it, you get lifetime access to it. Every retreat is worth at least $2,000. We do 3 lives where we are meeting and we're doing past life regressions. We're doing ancestral healing. We're doing powerful activations. We're looking at gifts. We're looking at future possibilities. Every person, as long as you can receive mail from the United States, I will mail you a crystal kit. These are handpicked soulmate crystals that are shipped directly to you, that are specifically designed to help you access your Akashic records, and then some extra crystals as well for other practices I teach you. The Embodied Empath Masterclass. This is how to not take on other people's energy, how to protect your energy, how to clear your energy, how to set up sacred space. This is all very, very important stuff. So you're not walking around with other people's junk in your field. You'll get 3 crystal healings. These healings are designed to support you in your Akashic record journey. And then you'll also get the Awaken Intuition Masterclass. You get access to that in the Embodied Empath class right away. This class is all about your clairs. What's your strongest clair? We'll activate the clairs, and we'll always continue to talk about the clairs and the intuition throughout the class. And then you got a special pay in full bonus right here. If you pay in full, you get a Soul Contracts, a live masterclass with me. It's a group class where we're going to clear some contracts, oaths, and vows and agreements. We have a new fast acting bonus, which is your third eye. Why is this showing up again wrong? Sorry, guys. Because I was supposed to be on that page. Okay, I got you. We have, let me stop share for a second. I know what I meant to do. I'm on the wrong page, guys. There we go. I went to the wrong one. Here we go. That was an old page. This is the new fast acting bonus. This activation is so cool. I just made this. This is brand new. So if you're a refresher student, this will be a new bonus you get. It's the worthiness code activation. So this activation will dissolve hidden not enough coding that keeps you overthinking, overgiving, playing small. You'll feel worthiness click into your body, so you receive more, hold more, and be seen without shrinking. You'll get this activation right away. So if you want to join us, 50% off going on right now for the next 6 days. You have 10 video lessons, 9 live calls, journal prompts, healings, activations. We have a private community where you can ask questions. I'm very active in the community. You get all the bonuses, the virtual retreat, the embodied empath, the awaken your intuition, 3 crystal healings, and the crystal kit. And then you can do the certification level, which is you'll get certified. You'll get a partner practice session with one of our coaches where we give you individualized feedback on that call. That session alone is worth $2,500. So you get that plus a bonus call for a business masterclass on how to convert free readings into paid readings. Plus you get another partner call plus 1 live call. So instead of 9 calls, you get 11 calls. If you're interested, the gold, we have payments as low as $111, or you can pay $1,111, which is the 50% off. It's originally over $2,000, or you can do the certification. You get everything in gold plus the certification, plus the partner practice call, plus the bonus class, plus the practice Q&A call. We have payments as low as $149, or you can do a pay in full at $14.97, or we have afterpay or Klarna as well. So if you're interested as well and you would like to book a discovery call, you can book a discovery call here. All of the beautiful ladies that shared their lovely story today are my students that take the calls, because I want you guys to have firsthand experience of connecting with someone that has actually had success with the course. And all of these ladies help me talk to people about the course. So if you're interested and you'd like to book a discovery call, the link is in the chat, or it's also on the program page. So you can just click the orange button for the discovery call as well. How long do we stay in the records? You can stay in the records as long as you want. I highly recommend not sleeping with your records open, because that is dangerous. Do you give feedback one-on-one? So what I do is it's a group program. This allows the program to for you guys to connect, have community, because that's really important. Also to practice with each other as well. And so what I end up doing is you have a partner practice, which is you get individualized feedback with the partner practice call with your partner, with one of our Sacred Awakening coaches. You also have the Facebook group, and in the Facebook group, I give feedback. So all you have to do is post and share and ask questions, and I will give you feedback in there. Sometimes I will type up a response. Sometimes I will do a video and I will respond through a video and then reply into there. I'm a big believer in most people have the same question as the other people in the group. So by people asking, everybody gets to benefit from that as well. We also have an additional support option. So once you sign up, and if you sign up for Platinum and you want to have additional support, we have additional support that you can get access to as well, if that's something that you want to upgrade to, which there's like a reading and things like that come with it. If you start with the gold, how much is it to upgrade later on? $499. $499. Can you please share the total prices? Yes. So if you'd like to do the platinum, for the platinum, it's $14.97 after the 50% off, so $1,497 US dollars. or gold, which is the non-certification, is $1,111. All the payment plans also have the 50% off. So you'll just have to look at which payment plan you want. So it's either $111 for gold for 12 months or $149 for gold for 12 months. But we also have 6 9-month options. We also have other options for anybody that's on a budget that you're like, I really want to do that, but I can't afford either one of those options. Just message us and we're happy to see if we can work with you on a payment plan. I also love the reminders to use the records in our everyday life. How do we go from 9 to 5 to living my life purpose, working in the records full time? I know I'm being helped and guided, but sometimes you just need reminders and pushing in the right direction. Yeah. So it's like create the plan. So before I started my business, I had access to the Akashic Records. I've been studying, I've been doing all this stuff. I built my entire business using the Akashic Records. It is, when I say it's a life tool, it is also a business tool. So if you have a business, it will help you with your business. And so what the Guardians did for me is they're like, you got to have a due date. You got to have a deadline. You got to do this. And like, they worked me through. And every time I would get a little nervous and I would get nervous and I would find an excuse. And finally one year they're like, Amy, you got to give yourself a 12-month deadline. And so I gave myself a 12-month deadline. And I'm going to share this story. So I gave myself a 12-month deadline. 6 months into that 12-month deadline, I go, I'm totally not ready. So they told me to find a coach that I could work with. So I found a coach that I could work with. The day that I started working with her, my husband proposed to me. So now we're 6 months into that 12-month deadline. I got proposed to. 3 months later, the GM that I worked with quit and a new GM came in. This GM and I did not get along. My brain was like, I will just wait until after we get married to leave. That would have been 14 months instead of 12 months. Christmas Eve, I made this promise to myself on New Year's Day. Christmas Eve, I go to work. Somebody was doing something illegal that I was in charge of. I refused to do that thing. And so it was a big blow up. And then I left because I needed to cool down. I came back and I got fired. So I literally got kicked out the door on my last day that the universe was telling me I was done. And before I went back to work, I literally said, whatever serves my highest good, please do that. And so I got kicked out the door. I've never been fired in my entire life. To this day, guess what? I could go call that dealership right now and they'll hire me in a heartbeat because that GM is no longer there. My old GM is back. And so the funny part is I was too scared to do it, but I wasn't too scared to leave at that time. I trusted the universe. And what ended up happening with that too is I was already ready. Like I had my website ready. I already had clients. I was already doing the things. I just want a little extra money because I was getting married. And so the universe was like, nope. And then even when I went and I was like, well, maybe I'll go get a part-time job somewhere. And the Guardians are like, I don't think that's a good idea. But I went and I interviewed and they're like, this person is not going to give you part-time. Just ask. And even though they said they were going to give me part-time and I was supposed to start, I just said, I'm having a reluctancy because I still think you're going to make me work 40 hours a week. And the person just laughed and goes, of course I'm going to make you work 40 hours a week. That is part-time. And I was like, no. So I didn't take it. And so you got to just trust. And the Guardians and the Master Teachers, loved ones, they share all this stuff with you. And it's such a powerful, powerful tool. It's like so powerful. So powerful. I love that story. I mean, I can so resonate with that and work in corporate world and leaving to follow your dreams. I'm telling you guys, this was the best decision I ever made. Like in the first year, I was terrified. However, within 13 months, I replaced all of my income. And I was what made the difference between sharing and not sharing was the Akashic Records, because that was what I was in alignment with to teach and to share and things like that. And so the thing is like, we're all meant to be doing the thing that we're meant to be doing. It's how do you get there, and what do you got to shake off? What do you got to heal? What do you got to let go of? How do you come back into your own? How do you find your authentic expression? And that's where the records come in, because they're such an amazing, amazing life tool. They're like one of the most amazing life tools as well. I just want to see if there's anything else. Char says, this is so awesome. I've taken your classes. Listening makes me want to start all over again. I love hearing everyone's stories. Yeah. And you can do refresher guides. Like, you totally can. Okay. If you want to join the amyrobeson.com/records, the amyrobeson.com/records. I would love for you to join us. If you are needing something special, if you are on a limited budget, like, just message us. We can see if we can make something work as well. Let's do a little healing, because we're way over on time. So let's do a little healing. And tomorrow we're going to do some rapid fire readings. I'm going to do one reading today. Let's do the raffle really quick. If you want to win a $75 gift certificate towards Sacred Awakening, if you're a first-time student, just say, I'm ready for Sacred Awakening in the chat. I'm ready for Sacred Awakening. If you are a first-time student, that goes towards that. It's only good towards Sacred Awakening. If you're a returning student, you can use it on Refresher or a new program of ours. I'm ready for Sacred Awakening. Carol said, I'm going back to do my course again. Yes, yes, yes. Do it. It's such an amazing tool. And I don't have this on the program page. We will be doing a live retreat again in October, most likely. I don't have the dates or the time or where I'm at, but it's most likely going to be here. But as a first-time student, you get a free ticket. So, okay. Tennessee would be amazing. Yeah, I'll probably do it close to home. I don't know. We'll see. Wisconsin. I've actually thought about doing it in Wisconsin because I have family there. First-time student. Yeah. First-time student, you'll get a ticket. Okay. So I'm going to pick the winners after we do the healing. Okay. So don't drive or operate heavy machinery. Please make sure that you're in a safe place to do this. I'll speak light language. We connect higher self to higher self. And put in the chat a word that you'd like me to incorporate. And I'm not going to incorporate every word, but like, give me a word, like clarity. Yes, come north. Yes. Expansion, success. Okay. I need to just have like one on this side of the country, one on this side of the country, one on this side. Like, one day, guys, one day when I don't have a 5-year-old. Can Sacred Awakening members go to the live retreat for free or the virtual? So you automatically always get invited to the free virtual retreat. I usually do 2 of them a year. As long as I'm doing them, you're invited for free, because once you're a Sacred Awakening like family member, you're a member. So there's that component. And then I host usually one live retreat a year for just Sacred Awakening students. And I make the cost of it so very affordable, like very, very affordable. It should be like at least $1,000 ticket, and I don't even charge that for it. So the first time you go, it's free. The second time, or anytime you want to go, it's $199 for a ticket. And I give you lunch and you get a ticket to it. And we do lots of activations and healings and things like that. Like it's very low entry, like very, very low cost. You just have to get yourself there, and you need to find a room or wherever you're staying. Okay. Nectar, clarity, multidimensional. You're awesome. Thank you. Okay, let me see where I'm at with this. Oh, let me stop share. Removing blocks. I guess that's me writing my own Akashic record, Akash, with confusing black with the Sedona retreat. So to say. I'm not sure what you mean by that, my friend. Removing blocks, alignment, prosperity. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of these words. If I don't add your word, please note that I'm just going to be at it, whatever I'm guided to share with the guardians. Jorge said it's highly recommended and super fun and interesting. Yes. Okay. All right. Oh, remove black magic. Okay. Okay. You guys want to remove some heavy stuff? Some weird stuff? Okay. We'll include that. That feels good. Let's remove some stuff like that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Go ahead and close your eyes. Bring your awareness into your heart space. Sink into the sacred nectar of your being and receive a breath. Taking a nice deep breath in. A cleansing breath out. Another nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, feel the tension melting away from your body. Feel your grounding cord releasing into the earth. Feel your body just melting. And as it melts, I want you to feel your energy just kind of melting into Mother Earth. Your whole body and being is just melting and melting and melting. You're just becoming fluid. And as you just kind of melt, you're melting into Gaia, Mother Earth's heart chakra. And as you're in her heart chakra, her and creation, God, source, universe, two beautiful beings will meet you in Gaia's heart chakra. So when you melt into her heart chakra, I want you to feel, sense, or imagine you're being held in love. You're being held in love. And as you're being held in love, I want you to sense, feel, see, or imagine that you're being surrounded by light and protection. And what Gaia, creation, is going to do is they're going to take you by the hand and they're going to move you in to a beautiful, magnificent, crystalline pyramid inside of Mother Earth's womb. So this pyramid may be black tourmaline, it may be clear quartz, it may be a crystal you've never seen or heard of before. And when you step into this pyramid, there's a beautiful crystalline bed that they're inviting you to lay upon. And when you lay upon it, you are literally directly laying underneath the tip of the pyramid, but where it goes up. So you can see where the pyramid points up, where the walls point up to. And there's going to be some magnificent crystalline energy first from the crystalline bed that swirls all around you. And what the crystalline bed is doing is it is removing it's removing any hexes, curses, black magic. And it is going to be a gentle release. And it is you, your sovereignty, that says, I am releasing this. This is not welcome. I am no longer participating in this. And you're sovereign. So all you're going to simply say is, I am sovereign. I release. I am sovereign. I release any hexes, curses, black magic, any hexes, curses, black magic, I release that have been knowingly or unknowingly placed upon me. That have been knowingly or unknowingly placed upon me. And then the crystalline bed is going to start to gently extract the keys, the codes to these, they're calling them mishaps. And as they're removing these mishaps, these weird energy directions, there is an invitation also to remove any hooks, cords, tethers, knives from you as well. So if feel like you've been stabbed in the back, or there's any hooks or cords or tethers that are not necessary, we're going to remove those. You are going to remove those. And then there's going to be a flood of energy that streams in from the tip of the pyramid into you, into the entire pyramid, into your body and being, into the tissues, the bones, the organs, the physical body, the mental body, the spiritual body, the inner child, the ego, and the emotional body. It is moving into you. It's moving into your multidimensionalness. These crystalline energies are sacred codes to support you in bringing you up to a new level of understanding, to bringing you up to a new level of gratitude, to bringing you up to a new level of clarity, to bringing you up to the sweet nectar of your being, your beingness, your wholeness, your pure innocence. Your pure innocence. And I want you to feel these codes moving through you, these crystalline codes, these crystalline energies, as Gaia, creation, God, universe, sends you sacred codes to assist with this healing. Kunakanti tokung tarapa shutinia trokua trapa. Tinini kuno titini nono tarmatini nini kuno madekana yasini kuno dekana matakare yasitru kuriwatra kaha. Shukunua trapo trapa. And then there's this opal essence that's coming in. This opal essence is moving into the third eye, into the throat. And then there's this selenite that's moving through the feet and the bones and the knees and the chakras between the knees. And then there's this beautiful azurite that's moving through the back of the third eye. There's green aventurine that's moving into the heart. There's troll light that's moving exactly where it needs to be, into your systems, into your fascia. There's more information coming in. This information is to assist in negotiating any release that is necessary. And then I want you to see, sense, feel, see, or imagine that the bed beneath you is changing. And as it's changing, it's starting to envelope love around you. You are safe. You are safe. There's lots of space, lots of space, lots of space. And this energy is creating a beautiful, magnificent crystalline cocoon around you. It's spacious like an air bubble. Like it's so, so spacious. It's iridescent. And as it's creating this beautiful crystalline cocoon around you, it's creating a safe space for new energies to land after everything's been vacuumed out. So anything that's a residue and being left, it's just dumping into the bed, and the bed is filtering it out through the pyramid. The bed is filtering it out through the pyramid. The bed is filtering it out through the pyramid. The bed is filtering it out through the pyramid. Taking a nice deep breath in, cleansing breath out. The success is within the heart. Can you feel the heart? Can you be a part of the heart? Not escaping to the mind, not escaping to the feet where that allows you to run. The success is within the heart. Can you feel the heart? Can you allow the heartbeat to speak to you? Can you allow the heart to encapsulate you? Can you allow the heart to guide you like a beacon in the storm? The success that you're seeking is within your heart. It is not outside of you. It is not outside of you. It will never be outside of you. It is within you. Because when you tap into that success and you tap into your heart and you allow the voice of the heart, the voice of your ancestors, the voice of your lineage to support you in your endeavors, you'll understand exactly, you're exactly where you're meant to be in the exact moment you're meant to be in, and in no other place should you have been, but in that moment, exactly where you are. Exactly like in this moment where you are. You're meant to be exactly in this moment where you are. Allow the heart to share a message with you. This is your soul. This is your heart. This is your connection to your ancestors and your lineage. Allow your heart to connect with you. I'm going to take a moment of silence so you can connect. Unakethesia shukuni karashana kanukati kanitra kamutrua patahi. Taking a nice deep breath in. Exhale out. The entire pyramid is going to melt around you. The bed that you are laying on is going to melt around you. That cocoon that was cocooning you is going to melt around you, and you'll just be standing next to Gaia, creation, God, source, universe, and they're going to share a message with you. You're going to take a nice deep breath in. Exhale out, feeling your energy settling back into your heart space. Another nice deep breath in. Wiggling your fingers and your toes, feeling the edges of your body. Another nice deep breath in. Exhaling out. Slowly blinking your eyes open, taking your time coming back to. Let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing. You're welcome. Grace said, I felt energy being pulled out of my throat. I feel the success in my heart 100%. Relaxed, tired. Yeah. We were on here long today. Sorry, guys. I fell asleep, but less anxious. That's okay. I feel full of love, dazed, dizzy, slow, heavy. Get something to eat, my friend. Ashley, feeling very peaceful. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm so grateful. I was crying so much earlier. My face was puffy and it has helped me heal. Oh, I love that. I felt the violet flame. God, I needed that healing badly. Oh, good. Just sending you a big hug. The angels helped heal my chakras to crown, heart, and throat. I have felt so heaven. That was wonderful release of heavy energies. At the end, I was levitating. Yay. Just did not get into it fully. My brain is too wired, too much stress to calm down. That's okay. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Amy said, I love the negotiating energies. The hooks came out and felt great and then kind of reattached. I needed that extra help. Thank you. The tears came to the end sitting under a big tree. Awesome. It brought up some happy memories. Okay. All right, beautiful souls. I'm going to pick the raffle winners just because we're like way over time. And I want to just not, we're way over time. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. $75 winners, Amy L, Denise, Cheryl, Gordon, Jamie, and let me see if there's anybody on. Adriana, last name Macias 4291. That's on YouTube. How can I contact you? You can go to our website, theamyrobeson.com, or you can email us or DM me on social media. You can find me on social media, Amy Robeson, or you go to my website, you can contact us, or you can email us, support@theamyrobeson.com, support@theamyrobeson.com. If you're a winner, email support@theamyrobeson.com because I'll get you your gift card for Sacred Awakening, or if you're a returning student. All right. You're welcome. It brought up some happy memories from my childhood. Awesome. 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 Let me see if there's anyone. Okay. If you're interested in joining us in Sacred Awakening, please join us. You go to sacredawakening.org, sacredawakening.org, or you can go to theamyrobeson.com/records, theamyrobeson.com/records. And then thank you, ladies, so much for sharing your lovely stories with everybody today. If you guys want to book a discovery call, these are the ladies that do it. Dina wasn't here today. Dina's amazing as well. Love the troll light crystal. Yay. I'm going to do readings tomorrow. I'm going to do rapid fire readings since we're way over time and I don't want to take up any more time. Also, remember the winners from the grand prize winners. We will announce them tomorrow. We also sent out emails, so make sure you check your email to claim your gift. If you do not want to claim your gift, please let us know because I'm sure somebody else would love to claim it. This clearing was amazing. Yay. Awesome, friends. All right. Have a wonderful day. Take care. I love you guys. Have fun. Bye.